All right, folks, what's up? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review Eminem's deluxe edition of Curtain Call, which is basically just Stan's mixtape. I've already reviewed Curtain Call, so I'm not going to review that again, but I will review the bonus disc 2 of Curtain Call, Stan's mixtape. 7 more songs, basically considered some of Eminem's best, but then also mixed with like the crazy fan stand flavor of the Marshall Mathers LP days. So most of these songs, well, all of these songs came out between 1999 and 2001. So that was basically about Stan's era. There's nothing from Eminem's show or Encore on here, but it has a nice touch. I mean, definitely there is some bonus stuff I would say that is basically an incentive just to get this alone. If you're just playing a fan of Eminem, which you should still like Jay-Z, but if you just want Eminem, you can basically get Renegade on here, and it's the same thing with Biggie being able to get off his posthumous album, uh, Born Again, so you can get the song he was on, Dead Wrong, and then you can also get an exclusive D12 single, which was their uh, debut commercial single, which was Shit on You. So I didn't know about this song. That's really the thing. All my knowledge on Eminem, I guess I'd kind of heard about Shit on You. I might have heard it like in the past, but I always wondered why I couldn't find it anywhere else. And it's because it's not technically on Devil's Night, and that's just the whole situation. And unless you go to like the record store and try to find like the standalone single, which is about 20 years ago now, then that's basically about the only way you would really find Shit on You. So you might as well just get the Stan's mixtape. It's basically worth purchasing just for this song alone. And that just kind of happens to be the thing. But I'll talk about some of these songs in depth so you can kind of know the difference as how it stacks up with everything Eminem's done. So the Slim Shady LP songs really he eviscerates a lot of stuff, and I sometimes feel like Eminem was a better lyricist on the Slim Shady LP than he was on a lot of different albums. Like I feel like he probably improved on Marshall Mathers and then the Eminem Show, but he really was a, a wizard on like Slim Shady LP. Role Models has one of my favorite beats by Eminem on there, and then Just Don't Give a Fuck was pretty crazy. So both of those do extremely well. Kill You is a eviscerating song off the Marshall Mathers LP. It's still a fearful song today. It's a real imposing song. But then I didn't really like Criminal. I just felt like the beat on that was pretty bad. It was by the Bass Brothers. And typically I like the Bass Brothers, but I felt like that one was just kind of like an afterthought. It's almost forgettable. Basically, an afterthought in Eminem's overall package, just kind of saying, well, it's basically about B minus, not really up to snuff with up to snuff with most of the stuff Eminem was doing around that time. I would have probably put Drug Ballad on there, but then that probably didn't fit with the theme of Stan's mixtape. You know, maybe Stan was on drugs. I don't really know, but Renegade is, of course, a really stellar song, and that was off the Blueprint. And Jay Z and Eminem, both lyricists, both in their prime at the time when they did it, it proved to be a real heater. And Jackal Goldkick, I've had a few conversations with him in the past how Renegade was originally Royce the 5'9" songs. That's pretty slick. I would have liked that version of the song too, but I'm glad that I think it probably just stood to reason that an overall heavyweight like Jay-Z probably wound up having the song to bring it to commercial airings and, you know, the public, you know, to say. But then Dead Wrong is another one. I really did not like the beat on Dead Wrong, and that's the thing. I remember reviewing Born Again, but I really felt like the beat on Dead Wrong was terrible. And this seems like it was a leftover from Biggie's Ready to Die days. I could tell he probably did this in like 93 or 94 or something. Biggie is, I mean, he has the lyrics on the song, but it's just the beat is such a hodgepodge, kind of below par kind of soundtrack. It really takes away from the lyricism of both giants on the project. Eminem completely eviscerates the song also. They both do, but It's just not a real joy to listen to. It sounds completely East Coast, completely like something ripped out of like 1992 or 1993, pretty much even before Wu-Tang in some places. So that's just kind of what you have to see there. But I mean, if you can just listen to the lyrics, it's another heavyweight. I'm not gonna say I don't like Dead Wrong because their lyrics are so good, but it's really pushing it to say that. But I felt like the best song on the Stan's Mixtape project was "Shit on You." Obviously a heavyweight. D12 nailed it. Bizarre's on the song. Well, not all of them, but really kind of stands to reason. I like this song just because it's Eminem kind of back in the year 2000. So that's the thing. It wasn't Eminem from 2001. It's Eminem when he's still in like the Kill You and Stan and Way I Am days. He sounded pretty like contemplating. It really sounded like he was still a loon and a lunatic and that sort of stuff, like he was in the year 2000. I mean, he calmed down by the time he got to by the time he got to the Eminem show, and in some cases, Devil's Night. But he wasn't like that. I mean, this is a small glimpse at the crazy Eminem that was kind of on the Marshall Mathers LP, but mostly on the Slim Shady LP in D12 version. I wish we would have gotten that Eminem way more on Devil's Night, because even fight music felt more like Eminem show Eminem and stuff like that. And Purple Pills was kind of Slim Shady, but it kind of wasn't. So Eminem calmed down on Devil's Night, but that one he didn't. So that's the thing. I'm still gonna give this album a 10, but I just would kind of have to say that it uh, I like the craziness factor. I mean, the craziness factor is off the scale at this point, but it has to stick to a theme, and that's kind of the situation. I feel like there probably could have been better bonus songs that could have went on here. And originally, I thought that there was like a further bonus song. There was like some song called like "Bad Guy" or something that was on like the Wild Wild West soundtrack, and I don't know where that went. I thought that that was on this project. I can't remember what album that's actually on, but Eminem did a song on the Wild Wild West, the movie with Will Smith soundtrack, and it had Dr. Dre on there. And I felt like that probably should have been on this project also, but it wasn't. So, but for what it is, just these extra bonus songs, I would basically just get this for Shit on You and Dead Wrong, because everything else you can just get Eminem's albums for. But just in terms of completion's sake, it is good to kind of have some of these. So yeah, I mean, really spending like $6 just for one song is, you can do a lot worse than that. So that's like the main thing, and it just depends. I don't remember what I thought of like Biggie's Born Again album. I don't know if it was like, I don't remember what I scored it. It's been so long, but I just would have to say it's two extra good Eminem songs. I wish that they're probably. I mean, I felt like Eminem probably could have given us like some throwaway cut from the Slim Shady LP days. I don't know why Eminem harbors those songs so much. I mean, I wonder why he's so tight-lipped over what he did in the Slim Shady LP days, because surely there have to be a few songs that he has somewhere on some hard drive or something that we could get and see a release to and kind of be able to determine for ourselves how good he truly was, because I would have liked that. But it doesn't happen. But the Stan's Mixtape is still going to get a 10, but I suppose it doesn't go above and beyond. This is a pure, I guess we could just say normal home run, more so than just completely out of there. That kind of happens to be the thing. So no real social score, just because there's no singles, but I guess you could say Shit on You might as well have been. But still, I mean, it's basically just crazy Eminem on here, but it sticks to a theme. But it's still pretty much, damn near a classic.